Well, after the unprecedented success of last time's video, I managed to recruit one of my friends to come and play Forza Motorsport with me. Now, we need to have matching liveries, because basically that's the law, isn't it? So we're going to take out the lovely classy pink livery that I made for the Honda Civic last time, and then this video is just going to be a compilation of the two of us racing round some of the qualifier series circuits in our lovely pink Honda Civics. Okay, starting things off where I belong at Hakone. Nice simple circuit, so hopefully we should manage to get some decent racing around this one. This race turned out to be an absolute wreckfest in the end, so we're going to keep a tally on all the rams that we observe during the race, and then also a tally on the fatalities as my various competitors get completely removed from the race. Everyone making a decent start off of the line, getting my first ram from the green and white car behind, but not losing any positions to it, so holding ninth, well, momentarily anyway, until this green and purple car comes up the inside. Another little tap. Wow, that is quite a livery he's got on the back of that green car, like it. And then, oh goodness, also managing to ram my own teammate. That certainly wasn't part of the plan. These three aren't going to go, oh my goodness, so that's probably the last we'll see of them. And then the green and white car coming up my left, well, we just get to this corner and then they just seemingly forget to either brake or turn, and so that's the first fatality of the race, although maybe we could have called that one on the back straight also a fatality. Little bit of argy-bargy up ahead from these three, trading a lot of paint, and it's all going to end in tears as we lose another one. So that's us up to two fatalities now. And then you can see my teammate and Chenelu behind me as we run along the home straight. Very close to each other, making me very, very nervous into turn one here. So not actually getting the ram in on me, but I brake quite late and run quite wide, which allows these two to come up the inside of me. Although there is a little bit of space for me on the left, but Chenelu, a strong statement of intent there from Chenelu, going ahead of me again. So it's just us three running down the back straight now, all in a nice line, so maybe have a think about getting up the inside, but oof, Chenelu brakes very late and then gives my teammate a little ram. I've run wide, so I picked up a 1 second penalty, but it allows me to get a nice run on these two, so come up the inside. Now another little ram from Chenelu as we come round this penultimate corner, but hopefully I can get the better line coming into the home straight, yep, and open up a little bit of space between us. So looks like those two in the rear view mirror are going to end up side by side again, are they? No, I think Chenelu's got a better run of it, so we're back into formation, and then I've got enough space going into this corner that I don't need to worry about braking late, so I can take a sensible line through this one. It looks like Chenelu ran a little bit wide. Now, there's not too much going to be happening for the next kind of half a lap, so I think we'll just skip forward for a moment. Everyone basically just holding their places, not managing to catch up too much on the two ahead of me, but also managing to keep Chenelu at a reasonable distance behind me, so there's no chance for a ram. Not getting the best exit from that final corner, but looks like these two up ahead are having a proper ding-dong. Little side swipe, getting into each other. That's another ram and another ram. Looks like it's all going badly. Oh my goodness. Right, okay,
fatality.
Well. Oh dear. Well, there's the big plot reveal. The third fatality was actually me. You have to laugh or cry, don't you? Oh my goodness, I picked up a 5 second penalty for that. Never mind, I suppose. Probably no more than I deserve for my terrible racing. Right, so just got to try and make the best of a bad lot. Puts us down to 7th. This fella on the right is out of the race. Yeah, okay, so now we're into 7th, so just got to make of it what we can. But unfortunately, I wasn't able to do too much. So skipping forward to the end of the final lap, you can see that I did manage to close up on these four, and they're having a bit of a falling out. But unfortunately, they're not holding up each other enough that I can manage to catch up with them, or they do keep at it right until the end. So yeah, that was a fun race anyway. So where did we finish in our first race? Where am I going to settle out? Looks like 3rd and 8th. Well, not an absolute disaster, but hopefully we can improve on that as we move on to the next races. Back at Grand Oak Raceway. I don't really know much about trees. Are they all oaks or is there one Grand Oak? Who knows? Anyway, getting a good run on Raider up ahead. So, might be able to secure one extra position. Try not to ram my own teammate at the start again this time. They carry much more speed into turn 1 than I do. Little bit of paint trading coming up to turn 2. Managing to pick up a half-second penalty, probably deserved. And then what are we into 6th position now? So, hopefully we can hold it round turn 3. Yeah, a little bit of craziness going on. Strong black paint job up ahead. Loving that anime style. Well, yeah, that was a nice moment for us all to share together, wasn't it? But yeah, Mickey taking aside, I actually really think that's a really cool paint job on this car. I think it just looks great all round. So 10 out of 10 for the paint job. Racing, yeah, the racing's fine. Better than me, obviously. One position further up the field. So see if we can put a little bit of pressure going into the home straight, but actually losing out a little bit. And I think that car behind might be coming up on me. No, we're going to hold it to turn 1? Yeah, looks like we are. Okay, so we're in 5th position at the moment. I must admit I didn't really see what happened to my teammate. Are they up ahead in like 2nd maybe? Not sure. Yeah, oh yeah, there's that pink car. Okay, getting a little bit of a tap from Raider behind and Raider coming through. So that puts me down to 6th position now. See if we can take that back, but no. So it looks like we're going to have to settle for 6th position for now. I guess our aim is going to be to make our way through the 3 that are in front, because if we could catch up and overtake that anime car again, that would put us on the podium, which would be nice. I guess that's our number 1 goal, but unfortunately it wasn't to be. And the only other thing of interest that happened in this whole race was that as we skipped forward 1 lap on lap 3, for some reason this car decided that they needed to go and take a pit stop. So that left me in 5th position, and then nothing happened for the next 4 laps. So finishing the race in 5th position, my teammate managed to get on the podium in 2nd, which is an improvement over our first race, but still not that podium for us both, or that 1-2 that we're looking for. So on to the next race. Well, it was my aim to finish in a commanding position this race, but unfortunately I wasn't able to conquer all my adversaries. So all I wanted to show you from this one was the wonderful bit of work that goes on between these 2 up ahead. So we're coming end of lap 2 into the home straight, and we've got Rob Ipswich UK, very literal name, and Major Molly, and there's nothing much going on at the moment. Now, Rob Ipswich UK gives Major Molly the lightest of taps as they come through into turn 1, but Major Molly is not happy with that at all and takes a side swipe at Rob Ipswich UK, and then coming up to turn 3 he just decided they've absolutely had enough with this consequence. Oh my goodness, I think it's funny just because it was just so absolutely unnecessary, but definitely the ram of the day. So well done to Major Molly, making me laugh. Well, hoping to redeem myself back at Hakone. So starting from, I think, 10th here. Can see my teammate just up and right of me. So getting a great run, pulling alongside the player in 9th. But unfortunately, bump, and that's my dream start over. Oh well, have to laugh or cry. So that puts us into, well, I'm in 12th and my teammate is in 11th, so now we just need to see how many places we can make up. So skip forward half a lap, and I've already made it 1 space, and these 2 have obviously been having an absolute ding-dong with each other and wiped each other out, so that's me into 8th, and then this fella has gone straight when he should have been turning right at the turbo pod corner, and then we pick up the racing proper at the start of lap 4. So we can see, what is it, maybe 4 cars up ahead. So there's some realistic expectations that we might be able to make up a few spaces here. Now I've lost sight of my teammate, so presumably they're further up the field, but getting a reasonable run down this back straight and maybe a little bit of drafting from player VCL ahead of me. Just need to try and get a decent run round this next corner. I've been quite often running a little bit wide here and picking up penalties, so just need to be mindful of that. One of them taking a very strange line, but actually in the end managing to go past both of them with a little bit of a tap from me, and that puts me 2 spaces further up, so I'll take that all day long. These two still trading a little bit of paint behind us, but hopefully I can make this position stick. Can I? Ooh, no. Player VCL coming up the inside of me, and actually me probably giving him a little bit of a help round that corner there. Looks like we're just going to run side by side down the home straight and then into turn 1. Hopefully I can just take a more sensible line, and then yeah, so player VCL braking very, very late there, so that should be the last we see of them, at least for a little while, weaving in front of the other player whose name I can't remember now. So just gonna skip ahead forward now to the end of lap 6, the beginning of lap 7, the final lap. So where are we at now? We're in 5th position. We can see our teammate just up ahead. We can actually see all of the cars up ahead. They all run quite wide round this corner, which allows me to get up the inside. So that's just gone straight from 5th into 3rd position. Starting to get a little bit excited now. My teammate has gone through, and so we're in positions 1 and 3 now, and Raging Ginger not raging hard enough down that back straight, so it looks like we're going to be able to get past them as well, come up the inside on our turbo pod corner, and hopefully we can make this stick. They're still there? No, not anymore, so that's us through into positions 1 and 2. We only need to hold it together for another 2 corners. Now, not getting rammed, but then this other player who's not Raging Ginger, it's some unpronounceable name, they actually get a decent run at the inside of me, and then for some reason I thought it was better to hold 4th gear than change up into 5th. I'm not sure if I actually would have been able to take them at the end anyway, but that was a very disappointing, so close to getting that 1-2, but ending up with a 1-3, so could be worse. Let's see how we do in the next one. Okay, on to Laguna Seca. I think it's the first time we've been here this video, isn't it? So I really enjoy this track. It always seems to provide me with some good racing. Getting an okay start. You can see that this time we'd finally had enough and decided to actually qualify for this race, so we're starting this one from positions 1 and 3, just getting up the inside of Bogus, but I decided not to push my luck and drop back a little bit and let Bogus through, who manages to make an absolute hash of it anyway. Now, because I slowed up for the first corner, I'm not carrying so much speed, so these two going past but then completely wiping each other out, and to be fair, I probably had a hand in that. And then this blue car coming up the inside, me helping them get round the corner, and then side by side, no, just a little bit ahead of them now, up towards the corkscrew. So as long as I can make a decent, okay, so Baptgeist braking a little bit late for that one and kind of falling apart. So that puts us into positions 1 and 2 already, and we haven't even finished the first lap. So a good start. So Baptgeist behind, running a little bit wide, and they're not close enough to ram me at this final corner, so I can try and take it in a reasonable manner. And Baptgeist making a hash of it again behind. So I think we're going to open up quite a reasonable gap between me and my teammate and the rest of the field now. So just need to try and stop my teammate from getting away. It hadn't escaped my attention that in every single race they've managed to finish ahead of me, so it would be nice to hunt them down, kicking up a little bit of dust there ahead. It would be nice to hunt them down and finish it with a 1-2, but with me in the 1. But anyone who's seen my videos before can probably already predict how that's going to turn out. Now, Not too much happens now for a little while, so we're going to skip. Where are we at the moment? We're coming towards the end of lap 2, getting a reasonable run through the corkscrew. We're going to skip forward 1 lap to pretty much the same place, but on lap 3. And you can see that my teammate has managed to open up a little bit of a gap, but behind, Baptgeist has managed to pull their finger out a little bit and started to reel me in. So just making me a little bit nervous as we come to the halfway point through the race. Everyone getting a reasonable run onto the home straight, but the reason I'm feeling nervous is because you may have noticed from watching my videos that preserving the tyres is not really my forte. I tend to drive the cars like I stole them, skidding around every corner, so I tend to ship a lot of spaces at the end. Now, as we skip to the last lap, you'll see that Baptgeist has been replaced with Hanzo, and they're actually getting very close to the back of me. Now, my tyres are completely shot. I don't know what theirs are like, but managing to get round that corner okay, but you'll see as we go around each successive corner from now on, I'm really struggling to keep the car on the track, and also Hanzo behind me is making me extremely nervous, so a little bit ponderous around the corkscrew, but managing to keep ahead of Hanzo. But this corner I find on bad tyres is really painful, so you can see me running it out wide and Hanzo gets ahead of me, so that's my second position gone. But as luck would have it, if you have a look on the penalties in the top left, Hanzo has been doing God's work for the previous 7 laps and has managed to pick themselves up a 5-second penalty. So presuming we manage to stay in touch with them, which we do, then we can pick up that second. Channeling our Carlos Sainz there. Really happy with finally securing that 1-2. So obviously the first thing I did was phone my mum to report the good news to her, and then made sure that I took a screenshot of the podium, and then my mum says she's going to get it made up into a lovely photo frame for me so I can show it to all the attractive people that come round my house. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Thanks for coming along, and hopefully I'll catch you in the next one. Bye bye.